everyone. I'm here with a hot topic about date night. Date night. You know, as couples, and I'm just going to put it out there because we've all been there where we've neglected it and, we've had one excuse after another, and there's always been these reasons why we can't, right? No money, no babysitter. We just don't like each other. But the thing is, anything that you want bad enough, anything that you need bad enough, you go for it. I see people all the time telling me what they can't do, but they turn around and they can be in the gym every day. Or they turn around and they can go get them some marijuana to smoke every day. I mean, whatever their thing is, they can do it if their mind is set to it. So, date nights. Now, some have a schedule. They'll just schedule it. It's not spontaneous. They'll say, we need to date once a week, every month. And they pick a date. It may be a Friday, Saturday, Sunday after church, whatever it is that, floats the boat. And life be lifing, right? And it's not spontaneous. It's so planned. It's so right here, we're going to do it. I don't know. That could be boring to some. It could be boring, and then if lives, then you turn around, something happens on that Friday that you scheduled. You got to work late, or, there was an emergency, whatever the situation, you just don't feel good. Then you put it off till Saturday, then maybe Sunday. So you can't be always concrete, but you can say that minimum 2 times a month. It's wonderful when you can do once a week and you guys just come together, whatever that day is that's mutual for the both of us, or both of y'all, right? I'm trying to put me in there, Lord. For the both of y'all, you come up with a day that works. Maybe the beginning of the week or middle of the week, you decide, okay, Saturday, Sunday, what's good for you? And you do that. Or twice a month minimum. And you guys, date nights don't have to be this extravagant, planned, let's fly away to Africa type of thing. It can be something very, very simple where you are both giving one another quality time and attention. I hope this camera don't fall because when you got to get these videos in, you got to get them in, right? But it could be something very simple. It could be we're going to plan a day to take a nice walk along some beach, find a beach, drive out somewhere 45 minutes to an hour from home, get away from the normal day-to-day activities and surroundings, right? And you could just take a nice walk. You can get something simple to eat, maybe have a drink, laugh, giggle, reconnect, right? You could go locally. There's all kinds of little lakes. You could go out. We've had wonderful weather. So you can go out and you could, excuse me, y'all, it's hot. You could go out and you can walk in, turn on some air. You can walk along the lake or what have you, go shopping, go see a movie. Movies is cool to connect if it's something that you really, really want to watch together. But it's not necessarily date because you're not connecting, you're not talking. Everybody's quiet, you're watching the movie. Now, you may have something wonderful to talk about after the movie is over. What do you think about that part? Did you enjoy it? What do you think about the movie? It gives you a conversational piece. But during that actual moment of date, you're silent. Popcorn, maybe a hot dog, some candy, drink, and you are in your silent mode, right? But to find something to do where I mean, as a couple, when do you actually have time? A lot of times to just sit down and talk, to connect. You may every day, I love you, have a good day. You get home, if you live together, how was your day, babe? Oh, not great. Da, da, da. You talk about it for a few seconds and you try to forget, you move on. But when have you just really had time where it's just you and them to reconnect on your date night? Now you have family night, where it's you and the jungle of kids you may have, or however number you have. Y'all all go out and do something as a family, whether it's eating, fun, the beach, whatever you do. But then date night is specifically you and your partner. It's not you, your partner, and your best friend and they man or they woman. Now you can do that sometimes, double date night. That's okay to throw it in there. It's okay to throw something different here and there. But that should be the exception and not the rule. The rule should be you and your mate. Because sometimes we're going through things that we don't have a chance to really talk about and share. And then it causes you to act out in a very, I don't want to say mean way, but snappy way to your mate. And they don't know what did I do? I didn't do nothing to you, da, da, da. But it's stuff rooting inside that you've been dealing with that you haven't had a chance to really talk to them about it, because your partner per se should be your best friend. Outside of mom, dad, whoever they should be your best friend. And if you can't talk to them, or some of these mates they're so tied up, workaholics, they're so tied up into their jobs and making it happen, getting their money on, all that. That's great. Everybody should have a little hustle in them. I ain't mad at you. But there should be a balance. You have to balance work and that special time with someone that's special. Because truth be told, sooner or later, if you don't, somebody else will fill that space. Now, that don't necessarily mean they may leave you. It don't necessarily mean they go bye-bye and go be with somebody permanently. But emotionally, they will start to connect with someone else. Hi, fun world. Good morning. They will start to connect with someone else. And connecting with someone else then causes a whole big old spill of things, right? Emotionally connecting with somebody else and not you, then you have this separation. You have this emotional separation from one another. And you wonder, why my mate don't talk to me no more? Why my mate don't listen to me? Why my mate don't have time for me? Why my mate is not considerate of me? Because why somebody else is doing it? They don't need you to do it no more. They may need you to be a space filler to take care of some other stuff. They may need you to help take care of, the household responsibilities. I mean, I hate to say that, but it's true. They may help you rear the kids and things like that, and maybe sometimes do some family-friendly things, but emotionally there is a disconnect. So that's one of the reasons why date nights and dating who you're with is very important. And be mindful, when you first meet someone, I know they say the first 3 dates you're trying to figure it out, fill it out, and you want to impress, and you spend a lot of money going to nice restaurants, whatever. It don't have to always be like that. And beware, because I had heard this radio station I was listening to the other morning on a show where this woman was expressing how she just wanted to get with this gentleman because he loves to take her on wonderful restaurant dates. So it started off like that, and that's all she wanted or needed from him. And once the meal was done, Once they finished eating, she was ready to go home. And that's the only reason and why she connected with him, is because of the wonderful dates and money he spent taking her out. Beware of that. Beware of that. Because if someone is truly into you, and you guys excuse the lighting, I do my videos by any means necessary, sometimes by phone, sometimes on the computer, sometimes driving. But mind you, I am keeping my attention on the road. I do commute a lot daily, so this was my good time to do this. But back to what I was saying, the person just wanted to get with them just for dates and their money they spend taking them out on dates. Beware for that. Beware of that, because if somebody is truly into you, you don't have to spend a whole lot of money every time you take them out on a date. And it doesn't always have to be going somewhere to eat. Some people, that's all they know to do is eat. They just like to eat. You can look at them and tell that's really what they just like to do. And that's wonderful, because women, we love to go to nice restaurants, and we love flowers and candies and treats and gifts. We love that. Not saying you men don't, but we love that kind of stuff. But it does not have to be done in that way all the time, because that's not what's in here. That's not, that could change. If a person's income shifts, if a person loses their job, if a person's means change, they're not going to be able to take you out to all these elaborate, expensive restaurants and dates. So you're going to have to become creative. You're going to have to do something different, and they're going to have to be into you for you. That's the key right there. Someone who's into you for you. They vibing and loving your space, your time, your effort. It takes an effort. I had a little, this was years ago, but I remember me and a person was going out on a nice little date, and we took a drive. I'm in California, so we took a drive to, I think it was Carmel or something like that. It was where the beaches was. I think it was Carmel. And we got some good wine, a couple of wine glasses, a blanket, some cheese, some crackers, and a pizza. That's what we got. And we took that and we laid our blanket down on by that beach, by that water, had our wine, had our pizza, had our conversation, and that was one of the best dates ever. And we connected on an emotional level. We connected mentally. We got to know one another, really got to know one another by just doing it in that way. And it didn't take a whole lot of money. I'm gonna tell you the truth, it wasn't no Round Table or Pizza Hut, type of pizza either. I think it was a Costco pizza, a Supreme Costco pizza, and that's like $9.99. And so what? So what? It was pizza, and the moment was wonderful. So it's the creativity. It's what you two put together. It's the time spent, the quality, and a lot of things that matter as well is the effort. When you see that a person has made the effort, if they cut their work day short, if they gave up one of their weekend days that they normally do something for themselves, or maybe half a day they gave you after they did their thing and they rested a little, whatever, they got with you. And boy, if they take a day off work, that's even wonderful. But I'm just saying, not to have nobody doing all that, but if they make the effort to do something special and give you up their time, you know that their day is busy. You know that their week is long. You know that they are humping hours and hours. Like me, for instance, type of work I do. I'm commuting. I'm gone 12 plus hours a day from home. I gotta do my, get to make my grind. I gotta drive back and forth for an hour and something every day, one way. And that's that part. Then I make time for my passion, my videos, my writings, my stuff like that. I gotta give time for that. So I'm kind of strapped with time. So even though I'm tired and wore out and just want to sleep on my Saturday or whatever, I will get up and do some things that I need to do, and I will find time for someone that's special to me. If it's only a couple of hours, if it's, I can't give you all day, but I can give you, we can do lunch, or we can do brunch, or we can go talk, walk, whatever. I'll give something if you are special to me. So beware of that one who constantly finds excuses and reasons of not being able to make time for you. Because people make time for what's important to them. What it says is that you are not a priority. You're not a priority. And everything else that they're doing, everything else around you is more of a priority. So by the time they get to you, it ain't nothing left. And if it is something left, they giving it to themselves. They ain't giving it to you, right? You're not a priority in their life. If they can't on a regular basis make some type of date time and time for you. And you're the only one that can do that regardless of your life. Because we all got, life be lifing for all of us. We all got, ain't nobody just sitting there twiddling their fingers, at least I hope not. You got a whole bunch of stuff going on, or some stuff going on, or a little bit going on. You got something going on. And it's up to the person to give of themselves to what matters, to prioritize their life, to prioritize time. Everybody got to work. Everybody got to make money. Everybody got to hustle. Everybody got to take care of their bills and responsibilities. But when you want someone and have someone special in your life, you have got to have the date nights and prioritize them and not allow them to get emotionally caught up into someone else. And some may say, well, whatever, I ain't tripping. If they get emotionally caught up with somebody else, oh well, bye-bye. That's what they need to be with. And deep down inside, they're not feeling that, because they care about you and they want you to be in their stable too. But they don't want to put forth the work. And if people can get away with not putting forth the work, why do it? If they can get away with giving you a date every 6 months, or every 3 months, or every 2 months, and that's it, and still reap benefits of being able to get with you, see you, lay with you, get favors by you, all that, they still can reap benefit. Well, why should they take time out of their schedule and money out of their pocket? And let me change this. Now, the first 3 dates, I can say, should be the man taking the woman and treating her. After that, by all means, I'm a little old school. After that, by all means, you could go Dutch. Or you can, I got this, you got that. Say, for instance, you decide to go to the movies, and then after the movies, dinner. You can say, well, I got the movies, or I got the popcorn and whatever we're going to eat and drink, and you pay for us to get in. Or you could be at the dinner table and, you can split the bill, or they got the bill and you got the tip, or however you want to do it. But you need to be able to give into it as well, because no one wants to feel as though they're being taken advantage of. Now, if you married and y'all got the same bank account and y'all pulling money from the same, that's up to you and wifey and you and hubby, y'all together, y'all as one. So that I'm excluding the married couples, but I'm saying the dating single folks out here. And even being married, sometime to treat your hubby out to something or something like that. He likes that too, But anyway, so the first 3 days should be on the man. After that, women step in. I believe in that. So you don't want to just give all and all and all to somebody that seems to be, back in the day, they used to call it gold diggers or opportunists. You know, there's some who are just out there trying to dig and dabble in your pocket. They're trying to get with somebody that's going to take them out because they ain't never been took out by nobody. And they don't want to do nothing else with you. And you can identify that early. You could tell, you know, a genuine person that's truly into you is, and that has some type of etiquette and class about themselves, is going to meet you halfway. They're going to make it clear that they're not taking advantage or don't want to ever take advantage of your kindness. Period. Men or women. It's just not going to happen like that. But put the effort in, you guys. Get those date nights, because I'm going to tell you, they matter. I could speak this over and over. I've spoken before and I'm speaking it again. It may seem redundant, but it is so important to connect with who you're with. Give them the love, attention, affection, and time. Give them the conversation. Be considerate of their day, of their needs, of their wants, you know, of their emotional stability or instability. When you're connected with someone, you can feel when something is off with them. It don't necessarily have to be you. It could just be something they're dealing with within themselves. They could be depressed. You know, they could be feeling low. Perhaps they've started gaining some weight. Perhaps they've started losing weight. Perhaps the job is giving them a lot of stress. Their manager is riding their butt. You know, they're getting into it with somebody at work, or they was just told they may be laid off. There's a lot of things. Their children are, you know, they just found out their child, one of them is out here in the streets doing things they shouldn't be doing. Their people are dealing with life situations, and some wear their emotions deep down inside, which is not a good thing because it can make you sick. Stress kills. So you have to be able to get it out. You have to be able to talk to someone. You have to be able to do things that'll help you release the stress. So be there for your partner. Be there for your mate. Very, very important. I hope this video is for someone out there. Be mindful to watch my next video. I am here on a regular basis giving you relationship, love, life type of conversation for the grown folks, the grown and the sexy. Okay? All right, y'all. Peace out. Hello there. Before I go, Glance. Hi, Glance. Welcome. You know, one thing I want to do too, is I want to give a shout out to you guys who do stop by, view my videos, like, share, subscribe, who comment, and who has been very supportive. My channel is one that goes up and down, but I'm staying with it. I'm staying with it, you guys, because I believe that my conversations and my topics bring the heat. It brings something to think about. It brings something that we all could, you know, just kind of let marinate and say, wow, yeah. May not be everything in it, but there's going to be some things that may hit home. And if it does, I appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe. And, okay, I see Glance is saying, just curious, what kind of autism? Well, I'm not sure what that question is, and I'm not sure autism is nothing I was talking about, but anyway, maybe you meant something else with that. Maybe you meant another word, but if so, bring it before I get off this video here. But anyway, yeah, I just want to say I do appreciate you. You just don't know how much. And I appreciate the comments too, because a lot of times when you do comment and you do say certain things or question certain things or what have you, it helps to generate my next topics. It helps to generate something within this video to come out. I do my videos top of my head, what I'm led to speak about. Nothing is rehearsed or scripted in any way. So in the moment, these lives is in the moment, and you could, with respect, you could throw something out there, and like I said, it may be food for thought for the next video for sure. But anyway, thank you so much for chiming in. I want you all to have a wonderful day, and until we meet again, look forward to my next video. Have a great day, okay?